So today, two things to do. One, I've started to redo all of the ridge because it was ripped and there was no way of replacing it. So I'm making new ridges which will tidy everything up. And also I've started the new base, so everything's glued up, ready to take the tops to it. And then I can put it all together. Hopefully it should come out quite good all in all. Right, so I've done all the ridges now, all that's tidied up. Obviously the whole roof wants painting, but all of the roof tiling is now patched up and complete, so that's ready for painting. A little bit more work to do on the chimney pots, I believe. I think they need to be a tiny bit thicker according to the pictures I've seen. And at some point all the mock Tudor timber work needs going on here. But it's all coming on nice. I've finished making the base, which is foldable for the Mayflower 56, as you can see. So basically it has to fold out flat for the doll's house to then go on, which becomes part garden and footpaths and so on. And these don't seem to have survived for the 56, although they did make sort of stands for the 56. So that's it sitting on the base. There's a little bit more titivating to do on the hinges there to get them sitting below the level. But yeah, come out the right size this time. As I say, this is for the garden. You have to have the barrel sitting on there and the downpipe and so on and so forth. Plus a few bushes that came with it which have yet to be made. So still lots to be done, but all moving in the right direction. So a little bit more done, a little bit of detail now to this Mayflower. So I've made the chimney pots better now. They should actually be octagonal, I believe, not hexagonal. So that's what I've done. So all that's glued in and fitted now. And also I've put the doorstep in on this side. So most of the carpentry done now. So today what we're going to do is do all the beam work that belongs with the Mayflower. This was obviously all missing, so I've got it all drawn out where it needs to be, all basically to scale and all the rest of it. So all I've got to do now is cut all the little bits and pieces which go to make it up, and after that it will be staining it. Okay, so that's basically all of the timber work cut. It's only loosely placed where it is because what I intend to do is stain the wood very dark, or not black, but it will be stained kind of like this, which I use spirit based stains for, and that will be left like that then. So that will be the next move. I've actually made some adjustments to the beam work there. It was slightly wrong dimensions after I've made another adjustment, so I'm okay, quite happy with it now. So it's on to making the handles for the back now, so we'll see how that goes. So a little bit more carpentry to do, which I'd forgotten about for a minute, was to actually make the back door handles. Looked at the picture of the ones that how it should be, because obviously this was missing altogether. I found a way of doing it, so just making those now, and then there was some little bits of quadrant needed to go underneath the back, and then all of the carpentry is done. Okay, so I'm now going to glue the handles onto the two back sliding doors, and that should be the last carpentry that actually needs doing on this particular doll's house. So we'll get gluing those, and then I will be starting to mix some paint up and have an experiment to see if I can match the rough cast, which is basically going to be the next job, filling and painting. Okay, so this is a new experiment for me, something that I've never ever tried before, so it's going to be trial and error. I've just put some paint into a pot at the moment, so I'm not going to thin it down at all. And then you can see over these last weeks I've been saving different grades of sawdust, so I'm going to start off with the very finest and see how it comes out. Well, that worked so well that on the first 3 tests, so quick that I thought I'd just go ahead and try some on the side of the house. And to be honest with you, it worked so well that I thought I'd better just show you an half and half stage, so as you did actually see that it was me that was actually applying this to bare wood. I mean, look at the house just come alive as I do it. This is beyond my comprehension. I started to do this this technique of putting sawdust into the paint to try and replicate what it was that I needed to do, and with the first coat I just absolutely gobsmacked by it. Honestly, I love it to bits. I've done a little bit more work on the outside on the rough cast, so that's basically almost complete, or is complete now. As you can see, I've done a little bit of filling on the back where that's all got to be painted white or off-white, and you can see that I've done the 2 sliding doors first coat, and including the handles I made yesterday. So another day and a bit more undercoating to do. I'm going to do some undercoating inside and out now on the forgot the number, 56 Mayflower. So we're going to do that, and I'll take some video later of how that turns out. Okay, so that's got all of the first coat done on the main house, inside and all over the original pine, which needed sealing, and all the new wood has now got 2 coats on it, and then there's another 2 coats gone onto the back of the back doors. Still loads of painting to do, but that's a good start. We'll let that dry now. Okay, moving on to the next thing now. Basically I'm going to take all of the beamwork back off of the roof dormer and put it on here, so as I know where it all came from, and then I will stain it up the same colour as those other bits that I had. So I'm going to do that now and slightly distress them a little bit too even actually. So to get the colour on these beams, you'll see here that I've got a load of pigments which are in powdered form, and it mixes into meths or spirit, and so you mix it in to taste, and I'll just try one a little bit on the beam, and that's probably a little bit light at the moment, so we need a little bit more colour. So that's about the colour that I need for the beams. That should be fine, and obviously once all that's dry I might give it a little bit of a coat of lacquer, just slight one, just to seal it, and give it a tiny sheen, and then it can all go back in place. It was all pre-nailed there just so as I knew exactly where to put it back to. Obviously we've got to paint the roof shortly now. So basically all the beams are completed now. Just roughly put them back where they need to be. There's some final gluing to do, but I want to make sure I perhaps painted all the inside first without getting all paint everywhere else, because there's, I think, pastel blues and pinks to do, a bit like the ultras. So anyway, pleased with that. And basically I've now got the hinges on the base. Now I know that it's white, and basically that's just an undercoat. I know it's got to be green, and I'll probably get that paint mixed up tomorrow, but I needed to know that the hinges worked, and that's took me some hours to perfect, if I'm perfectly honest about it. But Anyway, I've got there in the end, and it folds and it's fine. Today's objective is to paint the base to the Mayflower in its correct green, hopefully, and also I want to put the base coat on the whole roof. So I've bought some paints yesterday, had these specially made up in these particular colours I want, and so that's the objective now, and I'll be back later with the results. So ladies and gentlemen, there is the roof with a base coat. I may do more to that yet, and basically probably another coat to the base, but I think you can see it's starting to come together now. I've actually glued all of the beamwork now. I've finished the roof in the main, so as not to get any paint on it, so all that's glued on now, so it's all coming together nicely.
Well, Kevin's been busy working on his DH56. I've been working on little pipe cleaner animals. So these are the little birds that I've created. You'll have to let me know if you're interested in me doing a tutorial on how to make these little critters. I'm just absolutely astonished at how well the DH56 Mayflower is turning out. It is just absolutely incredible workmanship there, Kevin. Thank you very much once again for sharing your progress with all of us. We appreciate it more than you know. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. It's free to do so, and it really does help my channel grow. Please hit that like button and leave comments below so that I can hear what you think about the progress that Kevin's making on these dollhouse restorations that he's doing for the channel. What an incredible craftsman he is. Like, it's unbelievable. It's so interesting to be able to follow along and see his progress. Well, once again, everyone, thanks for watching. And as always, have the best day ever.